Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Neil. If you've not been here before, please do not forget to subscribe before you leave. Today we are going to check out the brand new 2023 Ghost Fret by Chapman Guitars, and this guitar is a guitar that I've instantly fallen in love with. Okay guys, so first of all I just want to fill you in about some of the history of the Ghost Fret, and I also want to tell you about some of the improvements that Rob Chapman and the team have made to this guitar. The new Chapman 2023 Ghost Fret is available in three colours: green, blue and black. There are some glorious names for those colours which we will talk about later on in the video today. The changes they've made to the 2023 Ghost Fret from the original Ghost Fret is mainly to fix the balance issue. Now, this involves moving the strap buttons, okay? So the strap button was originally here, and on Explorers that doesn't work in my opinion. It gives you at best a level guitar. The strap button is now moved to behind the neck where it belongs to on all pointy guitars in my opinion, and that helps the guitar sit up. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to look at exactly how that has affected the guitar. I'm going to stand up with the guitar in a minute for you guys, and I'm going to show you how it balances, and for me it's perfect. The neck now sits up. It's not level, it's not got any neck dive, it's actually sitting up nice, and that kind of angle is exactly how I want my guitar to sit when I'm stood up playing a gig. I don't want to be fighting against the neck or the body. I want it to just sit there so I can just play without having to grip the neck too hard. Okay guys, so here I am stood up with the Ghost Fret. Now you can see how well it balances, no hands on it or anything like that. It's sat up to a really nice angle. To be honest, if you took a metal stance, which I would usually take like this, the guitar sits up and stays there, as you can see. One thing I want to mention is that this guitar comes with strap locks as well, which is really cool. You don't want your guitar falling off. I use locking straps, so it doesn't matter to me, but it does come with strap locks included. The guitar also comes with a soft case, and it's like a backpack style padded case. It's really cool, and I think it's really great that Chapman guitars have included a case, and everybody should be getting a case with their guitars now, especially when they're over £1,000. Two of the other things that they've changed for the Chapman Ghost Fret 2023 are the pickups. They've now got Seymour Duncans in there. The Alternative 8 is a very defined, clear, articulate pickup. So basically what I'm saying is that reacts really well to your picking dynamics. The harder you hit a note, the more bite it has. The harder you dig in on palm mutes, the more bite it has. But you can play lightly as well and get kind of a nice mellow tone. You know, it does work really well clean, and that makes sense for somebody like Rob Chapman, who's going to use this guitar because he's quite a versatile player. You know, he's influenced by a lot of different genres, and he definitely uses a lot of pick dynamics when he plays. The distortion that is in the neck for me is my favorite neck pickup ever made. Anyway, they could have quite easily put the full Duncan distortion set in there, and I would have been perfectly happy because it is one of my favourite sets, but the Alternative 8 does work really well. The Alternative 8 is very clean sounding, very clear, and I was worried, as with all pickups like that, whether the harmonics, the pinch harmonics were going to fly off and jump out of the speaker, and I can tell you that they absolutely do. It's great for pinch harmonics and things like that. Another thing that Chapman guitars have changed from the original Ghost Fret is that they are now using a Korina body. Now, the first ever prototype that was made was using Korina, and they really liked it, but I think they went on to using mahogany on the other ghost frets, but they've gone back to the Korina now. You guys are probably wondering why I've fallen in love with this guitar and why I'm bigging it up so much, and it's just basically because as soon as I got it out of the box and held it like this before I'd even sat it on my knee, I got that vibe that you get sometimes from guitars when I knew that I was going to bond with the guitar and I knew that it was going to play fine. You can kind of get that. I got it with my King V when I first got that. I got it with both my Dinkies. The guitar has tons of playability. What I mean by that is that when I'm passing this room and I'm on my way upstairs, it's almost calling me. You know, I'm nipping in here just to sit down for 5 minutes, just to play a couple of licks, couple of riffs, whatever. So the guitar is making me want to play it, and that's how guitars should be. If a guitar is not doing that to you and it doesn't make you feel that way, then it's probably not the right guitar for you. For me personally, this guitar is calling to me all the time, you know, screaming, play me kind of thing. And that's good, because the more time you spend on your guitar, obviously the better you get. How does this guitar feel to play? So the fretboard is quite wide, actually. It's quite wide, it's quite flat, and the neck is very Charvel-like. You know, I know you guys will always say, does it feel like an Ibanez? Does it feel like that? To me, it's very much like a Charvel neck. The finish, everything, the way it feels, the way it plays, it just feels very Charvel-like. The Seymour Duncan pickups in this guitar can be coil split, which makes sense because most Chapmans are that way. What I will say is that usually when you coil split humbuckers, you get a thinner, noisier tone when you split them. This guitar is not noisy at all when you use the coil split down here. And one thing that I've noticed is it has that twang, that nice twang which I'd expect from single coils, but it also has a fullness to it. It sounds full as well, which I quite like. Okay guys, so I'm quickly going to go through some of the specs off the Chapman website, because when I did the unboxing, the guitar wasn't up there yet. It is now on the website, and I'm going to nip through some of the specs while showing you some close-ups of the guitar. So first of all, it says here, the Ghost fret is back and we couldn't be more excited. This time around we have made some improvements, tweaks and minor alterations to the classic, from improved body carving and strap lock placement through to the introduction of Korina wood for the first time ever to the Chapman range. Of course, the Ghost fret still comes equipped with the spec you would expect from Chapman, including stainless steel frets, roast maple neck and Hipshot locking tuners. Well, we talk about the locking tuners, guys. They are absolutely beautiful looking tuners and they stay in tune like an absolute dream. Really a big fan of these tuners that they've put on there. After extensive testing, we settled on a pair of USA Seymour Duncans for this beast, a ceramic distortion in the neck and an ALNICO 5 alternative 8 in the bridge, bringing a full spectrum of power and articulation. We've already talked about that. I love the headstock on the Ghost Fret. I've always said that that is my favourite Chapman headstock that they've done. It goes on to say here, roasted maple neck. The Ghost Fret comes with a super quick C-shaped set neck in roasted maple with a stunning macassar ebony fretboard and beautifully rolled edges. This combination of materials helps to prevent unwanted movement in the neck and offers a stability you will need for alternative tunings. One thing I want to say about the frets on this guitar is that I've noticed that they finish just a touch short of the edge of the fretboard, which means that you'd never get sharp frets on one of these guitars because they are finishing just short of the edge of the fretboard. Whether that's been done intentionally, I don't know. Whether it's just this model, I don't know. But they are rolled off, but they are also just a smidgen short of the edge of the fretboard. They don't go, there's no danger of them, hanging over the edge of the fretboard. 43mm Graph Tech black nut now. It's an XL nut, and that is common with Chapman guitars. They all seem to have these Graph Tech XL nuts on. The neck is roasted maple, dark colour with satin finish, which I've already talked about. A set neck, first fret 22mm, 12th fret 23mm, C-shape, we've already talked about it. The truss rod is dual action. One thing I will say about a truss rod is I like my truss rods to be adjusted up high near the neck pickup. I'm surprised Chapman haven't done that. They did get rid of the plastic pickup surrounds around the pickups and make them body mounted, which is great, but I'm surprised that they didn't get rid of the plastic on the headstock that covers a truss rod and go for a truss rod that can be adjusted up high near the neck pickup. You know, that's what I like, that's what a lot of people like, and I'm surprised they've not done that. The frets are 22 jumbo stainless steel frets. Now, obviously that means that the scale length is 24.75 inch. I play really well on 24.75 inch guitars, and also if you have an Explorer style shape, the shorter scale length does also help the balance of the guitar. The fret markers on the side are glow-in-the-dark side dots. You can't actually tell they are, but that's what it says here, so they must be. the pickup switch is just a three-way toggle switch. But one thing I've noticed about the pickup switch, it's really good quality. It's chunky and it takes some shifting from one position to another. Nothing worse than cheap pickup switches that feel loose and break easily. The guitar comes with Ernie Ball regular slinkies fitted on it, which is a 10-46, and Chapman string through hardtail. So the bridge is actually Chapman's own design hardtail bridge. I really like the bridge. It's super comfortable, super low profile. And at first glance, I did think it was some type of Hipshot bridge, but yeah, looks absolutely fantastic and plays fantastic too. So the body bevels that they've added to the new 2023 Ghost Fret are absolutely great. They're not massive, but they are just enough to keep it classy and keep it nice. I don't know if you can see them in the light there around the edge, but they do look and feel absolutely great. There's also a bit of a belly cut on the back. Not sure whether that does anything, but it definitely looks nice and looks the part. So what is my overall opinion on this guitar? Like I said, I absolutely love it. I've fallen straight in love with the guitar. It is a fantastic guitar and it's exceeded, you know, my expectations as this guitar. I would like to see a Floyd version of the guitar, you know, maybe in classic colours like black and with gold hardware. I think that would be really cool, you know, a really cool release for Chapman and would appeal more to the metal players out there, obviously, than this classic design. It does feel great, it plays great, it balances great. It's just a very, very playable and enjoyable guitar to have. It's a demo guitar, it has to go back unfortunately, but I do really love it and I will be using it on the channel as much as I can before I have to send this guitar back. But it is a great guitar, it's just brilliant. It's the kind of guitar that makes me want to go out gigging again because it's clearly a guitar that looks great, feels great and stood up, you know, it balances great. And it makes me want to stand up and play, which isn't a bad thing because standing up and playing, obviously, if you're not used to it, is pretty hard. It can be a shock to the system if you've not stood up and played for quite a while. But yeah, fantastic guitar, absolutely love it. Can't wait to film more videos with it. There's plenty more content coming on the channel, guys. If you want to check out this guitar on the Chapman website, I'll put the link below in the description. I will also put an Andertons link below because I'm an Andertons affiliate. Anything that you want to purchase, if you go through the Andertons link down there in the description. It will help contribute towards the channel. I should probably also tell you guys that this guitar retails at £1,249 over here in the UK. That's a fair price for the spec on this guitar, because it is rammed, you know, with high spec stainless steel frets, Seymour Duncan pickups, and it is made in Korea as well, which is one of my favorite factories. I expect Korean guitars to be 900 plus, you know, anyway, and they go right up to £2,000, you know, South Korean made guitars. But absolutely love that factory, and I was really happy when I saw that it was made in South Korea. Right, I have to go now, guys. I need to go play this guitar for my own pleasure rather than everybody else's. I will see you all very soon. Do not forget to subscribe before you leave, and a huge thanks to Dan at Chapman Guitars for allowing me to get this guitar on the channel for you guys to take a look at. I'll see you all soon.